And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the Valentine's event for 2018. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in the Olgridania Amphitheatre at 10:09, and we need to talk to Lisette. So let's do it. The quest is called Lessons in Love. Lisette requires help with a matter close to her heart. And we can get... Oh, we can only pick one. Either left or right chair. Okay. So, greetings, adventurer. Are you a lonely soul yearning for affection or blissfully bonded to your beloved? Mayhaps somewhere in between, or nowhere at all. Well, however you should identify, I, Lisette, wish you all the blessings and love this Valentine's Day. Oh, it's you, dear friend. You have grown even more fetching since last we met. It took me a moment to recognize you. I am not surprised that fate should reunite us so. Yet know that I am no less pleased for it. As you can see, the festivities are in full swing. Would that my esteemed ancestor, Lady Arabelle, could be here to witness the fruits of her legacy, a legacy born of the simplest of truths. All are deserving of adore and affection. To ensure that her spirit lives on, my faithful retainers and I have journeyed forth from frosty Ishgard, that we might instill hearts the realm over with the warmth of truest love. That's English. So, oh, sorry, warmth. Yeah, actually it was English. Silly Mithrie. And this year, I am proud to say that we have joined hands with the Sanctum of the 12, those purveyors of eternal love, a union forged in the very heavens. For our inaugural collaboration, we are offering couples the chance to test their affinity for one another. I cordially invite you to participate with the object of your adore and affection. And here is where I send most people on their way. But you are not most people. Nay, for a capable adventurer such as you, I have a special request. You see, this year I have brought a trainee to help with the event, but she herself would benefit from some help. Her name is Astrid, and she's a little bit too sober, too rational. Yet, where love is concerned, there is no surer guide than one's heart. Is this not so? I should be grateful if you would watch over her and lend her a hand when necessary. Oh, and pray keep the fact that you act at my behest between us. Okay. I find these events weird sometimes. Oh, what am I to do? Sister placed her faith in me. I cannot afford to fail. But at this rate... I mean... You're here for the affinity test. I'm afraid we aren't quite ready yet. No, wait, you're one of those adventurers, aren't you? Sister says that you and yours are ever willing to aid those in need. Well, I'm in direst need of aid right now. You see, I've been charged with devising and organizing a new affinity test for the Valentione celebration. And there's been a little problem. Oh, who am I fooling? It's a huge problem. The Moogles tasked with setting up the venue have all abandoned me, muttering Moogle profanities as they fluttered off. I don't know what I did to offend them. I only wish to do my part for the event, for love. I am at loss, adventurer. I beg you, find the Moogles for me, and when you do, ask them what caused them to leave. Cool. So, where are these Moogles? Oh wow, they're all over the place. Right, so to save time running, we can actually use this. So let's go to the Botanist Guild. I think there was one at the Conjurer Guild and one at the, like maybe Dragoon. Okay, it's up there. There he is. Hey, Moogle, Moogle, Moogle. So, this is more like it. Working too much. No, working at all is bad for the heart. Sometimes you just have to say, bugger this, I'm going home. Oh, what is it, Kupo? Astrid wants to know why we up and left. First things first, lest there be any misunderstandings. What I said just now was just a jest. We're definitely not being slack. On the contrary, we care about the event a lot, so when we saw what was planned for the affinity test, well, we simply couldn't abide by it. It's also stiff and dry. Cracks are like to form between couples. We wanted no part of that, that's why we left. You can say as much to Astrid, Kupo. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, love can't be forced, so there's no point in trying. Okay, Conjurer's Guild. Okay, let's see what this one has to say. Sleepy Moogle. So, is there a finer feeling than taking a nap while people around you work? Look at the poor fools scurrying about, day in and day out. All that vain effort makes me want to laugh. Ha ha ho 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 ho. Can I help you? Astrid wishes to know why we abandoned our work. Why, it's because we couldn't be bothered. I mean, her affinity test is a problem. It's so dull and uninspired. Couples are liable to fall asleep on the spot. Now, I'm usually all for sleep, but even I know that isn't the time and place for it. Seeing this, we decided to leave. It's our way of protesting. And if we get to laze about in the bargain, well then, it's two birds with one stone. It's mostly about protest, so make sure Astrid knows that. Fair enough, fair enough. So she designed a bad event. Now we need to go to, the Lancers Guild. So let's do it. Lancers Guild. So, if there's one thing that tastes better than Koopa nuts you've earned, it's Koopa nuts you haven't earned. You need something? Astrid sent you, did she? Doesn't understand why we abandoned her. Well, the reason is quite complicated. We Moogles were working hard. No, really. We were toiling all our little wings off in the name of eternal love. But we had no confidence in Astrid's affinity test. Now, her approach to it was all remonstrance and no romance. You can't expect couples to get in the mood for love that way, nor us to get in the mood for work. I am motivationally challenged as it is, and this didn't help matters. Fair enough, fair enough. I do wonder what the affinity test was about, if they're all really upset about it. I mean, it reminds me of dating websites where they say, oh, fill out this incredible long questionnaire. This is proven scientific fact of getting you a really good compatible couple. And then, the authorities have said, this is all rubbish. They have literally no proof that any of that ever works, so ignore it. There you are. Were you able to find the Moogles? What did they have to say? What? My affinity test is to blame, but I put my heart into it. That it should be so terrible as to drive our helpers away. Oh, whatever should I do? Heed the Moogles? So you agree with the Moogles' assessment, and I should try to address the issues they raised? Yes, Sister has ever said that wherever there is an obstacle to love, it falls to us to clear the way. And if my own test poses an obstacle, then by the fury I will improve it. So, how should I go about this? Let's see. There was stiff and dry. and all remonstrance and no romance, and dull and uninspired. There's so many issues, I'm not sure where to begin. Pray forgive me, but I chanced to be passing by and couldn't help but overhear your conversation. A likely story. As I've said a dozen times, Hort offense, your opinion is not needed. Scurry back to sister. Now, is that any tone of voice to take with your brother-in-law? You must know that I only have your best interests at heart. But I am not one to overstay my welcome. I take my leave, and leave our adventurer friend a piece of advice. For problems pertaining to Moogles, one would do well to consult a Moogle. Fair enough. I mean, if you guys remember from previous Valentine's event, he showed his undying love for Lisette. He was so sweet. He just can't help himself, yet, loath though I am to admit it, he's right. It's best that we consult a Moogle. Kuplu Kumu is nearby. He's the leader of the Sanctum Choir. Let us go and seek his advice. Cool. So, when they say close by, okay, that is actually close by. So let's do it. There he is. So, well, if it isn't young Astrid, and I see you have brought a friend, is there something you require? Yes, Kupla Kumu. I seek your counsel with regards to my affinity test. I see. Truth be told, I had anticipated such a problem. You did? It seems everyone foresaw issues except me. Do not be hard on yourself. You meant well in trying to bring tangibility to love. Yet, love is anything but tangible. No, it transcends the rational living in our hearts rather than our heads, assuming as many forms as there are couples. It is that which evokes fuzzy-wuzzy feelings of excitation. Excitation? Or let's say excitement and copulation. I understand. No, I don't. Copulation, not so much. But it's beginning to become clear to me now. What my affinity test needs is a dose of fun. And yet, fun has never been my forte. I'm afraid my definition of the word would fall flat with others. Well, it just so happens that we Moogles are the foremost authorities on fun and frivolity. I will help you. Truly, thank you so much. Now then, we must also do something about those free layabouts. Their indolent ways are well known to me. Even at the Sanctum, they find excuses to avoid work at every turn. I suspect they have learned some bad habits from our sky-dwelling brethren. A spot of punishment wouldn't go astray. Adventurer, I will discuss how to improve the affinity test with Astrid. Meanwhile, will you go and round up the free Moogles? They will be over by the Level Workers Guild, their preferred place for being unproductive. If you find them uncooperative, you say that you will squash their pawns. Interesting. I mean, Giva, the leader of the Level Workers Guild, like, I'm surprised she would allow people to laze about around it, because she's a hard ass. Like, she's mean. But anyway, so let's see, Level Workers Guild. Alright. That's one. Oh yeah, I still need to do the level 70 level worker quest. The chief summoned us, you say, but we're busy at the moment. Yes, lots of dawning and dallying to do. We'll go a little later. Astrid means to take your advice. Come right now or I'll squash your pawns. No, no, not the palm. Anything but the palm will go at once. Right, so let's carry on. So we need to go back to the amphitheater. Let me know in the description below what you think of these events in 14. After doing them for the last sort of 3-4 years, like how do you still feel about them? There you are. I'm pleased to say that with Kupla Kumu's sage counsel, we've managed to bring the affinity test up to acceptable standards of fun. Moreover, the three Mughals returned and resumed setting up the venue. They worked with such enthusiasm. All was made really in the blinking of an eye. Kupla Kumu tells me that he cast an enhancement on them that bestows motivation. Such practical magics the Mughals have. Now then, all that remains is to have a couple actually trial the affinity test. Adventurer, I could not have come this far without your help. Would you and your chosen do the honor of being the first souls to undertake the Valentione ceremony? Thank you. When you are ready, let the house Valentione servant yonder know, and ye shall be escorted to the venue. At the ceremony's conclusion, you will receive a Valentione day's chocolate. Be sure to return hither and show it to me. Interesting. So you now have access to Valentione ceremony's seasonal instance. To enter the venue, speak with the house Valentione's servant at the amphitheater. The Valentione ceremony is an instant designed for a party of 2. There are no class, job, or level requirements for participation. In the event that you register for the ceremony alone, your partner will be found via the matching system. Cool. So I don't need to, what's it called? I don't need to, like, ask a friend or anything. So greetings and welcome, my lady. If you wish to undertake Valentione ceremony, I should be pleased to assist you. Cool. Let's do it. So hopefully the queue won't be too long. So once we're in the instance, we will continue. Oh, we're in. Lol. So, because you know, I don't want to just film waiting in a queue, because that wouldn't be very fun. Oh, jeez. It's a maze, is it? Ah, love. Clear the first trial. Okay. Here the pair of you will undertake the trial. Off you go. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm assuming that we can't just jump over the wall. Rule is simple. Get through the maze. Just take care not to stray too far from one another, or your affinity will weaken. Okay. You may begin. Kadoki. Ah, how sweet. Probably should sprint before he does something. Yeah. Oh, crap. So the person in the chat is like, hi, new girlfriend. I hope I'm going the right way. Your affinity has diminished considerably. Sorry. How am I actually lost? How did this happen? It's back up. Okay. One second. I feel like an idiot. We gotta fail the instance now. Okay. Oh. I see it, I see it. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay. So that opened the gate. Alright, cool. Failed. Fail. Damn it. Okay, let's try this again. So obviously we have to do this properly. Lol. I didn't understand the concept that we actually open the doors for each other. I didn't see that, so... Well, lesson learned. Okay, let's go in. Why me? Why do these things keep happening to me? Okay, let's skip the cutscene, we already saw it. Okay, let's try again. I guess our fates were not intertwined. Me and the previous person. I don't know. Love in this game, it feels like a lot of work. Okay, let's go. So, Mog do us part. Okay, let's go for world first clear. Oh, bollocks. Okay. I understand now. So when the first door opened, like literally when the first door opened, I thought it just opened. I didn't realize that the other person had pressed a button. Okay, this way. Down we go. Cool. God, I have a feeling like we're gonna fail. Okay. Your affinity is almost gone. Wow, this is a pain in the ass. Jeez. We failed. Again. Well, this video is going to need editing. Okay, let's give this another go. Let's see. So I failed this a couple. Oh. Okay, so we're trying this again. So while they're going to the left, I will wait for them. Okay, cool. So, like, you actually have to be patient and wait for your partner. That's interesting. Because if you don't, then just game over. Oop, crap. So yeah, we actually have to wait for each other. Who knew? Okay, go ahead. That's interesting. So, like, if you just mindlessly run through it, then yeah, you're gonna fail. You do actually have to pay attention to what each other is doing. Oh, crap. Sprint. There you go. Right, we're doing well. So I still have 85 affinity. Alright. I mean... Okay, perfect. Right. It is kind of sweet in a way, I'll be honest. You actually have to show care for the other player. Who knew? Yeah, and you have to work on it together. Okay, where's the next one? Okay, so let's go. Okay. Okay, we in? Well designed. Well done, Square Enix. You made it. Yay. Well done getting through the first trial. I must say that was impressive. The second trial awaits. Oh, jeez. Cards beat as one. Working together to find matching pairs of cards. Oh, wow. Be warned, picking the wrong card result in a penalty. Now then, since I'm a kind Moogle, here's a bit of help to get you started. I'm going to give you a little flash. Don't tell anyone, alright? Okay. You may begin. A second. Okay. Ah, lame. Okay, so that's a 4. Good. Okay. So that's a 1, that's a 5. Let me try this one. Okay, so that's a 5 right there. So let's do this one. Good work. Okay, 3. Good work. Right. Blah, 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 blah. I think it's these two. I think. Awesome. Okay. And the last one. Let's see. Woohoo! Okay, now the moment you've been waiting for. How well did your bond hold up amid the trials? All shall be revealed. Kindred spirits. How sweet. Your finny can be likened to a plump cuckoo nut. Lol. Concludes the Valentine's event. So, goodbye. That was sweet. I like that event. That was cool. That you do actually... They've designed it so you have to pay attention to the other player. You just have to or you'll fail. You're back. Have you completed the ceremony? Yep. So, a Valentione's chocolate. Everything went smoothly then. Excellent. With this, the ceremony is ready to be open to the public. If truth be told, I shall be nervous wreck until the festivities come to a close. I have confidence that the ceremony will be a success. How could it not be, with the assistance I've received from you and the Moogles both? I shall be fine by myself from here on. Thank you, Adventurer, for everything. Cool. So yeah, short event, but well designed, well done. I am impressed, which has not been something I've been saying lately. So welcome back, my friend. I understand you have been kept on your feet, but the road of love was ever a long, winding one. Now pray do not keep me in suspense. Tell me how Astrid fared. Well, that's a goddamn relief. Well mentioned as she is, the girl can be a right pain in the arse. I'd say I'm sorry for subjecting you to her quirks, but I'm not. I knew you would guide her true, and I shall leave it as a thank you. Can't a woman let her masks slip from time to time? It's weary business, you know, this Valentione's thing. That's not why I trust Astrid on you, though. No, I would have liked to help her myself, but I can't be there to prop her up forever. No, she needs to learn how to survive without me. Though you ended up showering much of the burden, I reckon Astrid has learned a great deal from her experience. Given time, she'll make a fine emissary. Sister, I have tidings. Sister, who is this sister? My name is Lisette, and my mission is to spread boundless love. Oh, right. Forgive me, Lisette. If it please you, I wish to make a report on the affinity test. The people are participating in droves, and by all accounts, they are enjoying themselves tremendously. For many couples are said to be departing the venue flushed with excitement, love writ plain upon their faces. Well, I believe we may declare the event a rousing success. This is proof positive of your progress, my dear. There is naught more for me to teach you. Your traineeship is complete. Truly. Now, I understand you owe much and more to our adventurer friend here. Do you remember to express your gratitude? And even if you already have, no one has ever died from a glut of appreciation. Is this not so? Thank you for your kind help, adventurer. Kind and fair adventurer, you have helped me more than you shall ever know. With every fiber of my being, I thank you, and pray for your continued support as I strive to till the fields of love within people's hearts. Totally. Okay, let's complete. Right or left? Oh, jeez. Fine, right. I wonder if we will have the option to get the left one. Cool. So we got the achievement, exciting and new. So before I end the video, let me see if there's any other rewards for the event. There usually is. Okay, so we can get... Okay, we can get the right and left. Let's see. Balloons, a wagon. Outdoor furnishings. Okay, so I've got free chocolates. I will probably... because this is a picture for the event, to mark the event. I like getting these pictures and putting them in my room. And I'll see if before the event ends if I can buy these two. These ones I've already got hundreds in my retainer. Okay. So if you want the other one, I'm going to need 6. Okay, so in total to get everything else that I want from this event, I'm going to need... okay, 6 plus 4, so 10. I've already got 1, so I need 9 more. So maybe 3 more runs of that dungeon. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought. And remember to like, favorite, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.